listening to the Shaun Proulx Show with Shaun Proulx on Canada Talks, SiriusXM.
You sure are. My very special guest this episode is Jimbo, the drag clown. You know him from RuPaul's Drag Race.
All Stars.
All Stars. Hold on, I'm going to get it all right. Canada's Drag Race and Canada's Drag Race UK versus the world. What?
RuPaul's Drag
She's
Race.
She's really got too much going on, doesn't she?
I do.
There's a lot.
But I'll take even more. I'm a workhorse.
You're also, and I say this with complete and utter respect.
Oh, thank you. I feel seen. I can tell you're a bit crazy too.
I'm a little crazy. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy too. So I appreciated you so much because you brought freshness and joie de vivre and wacky imagination and the coolest concepts to the season 8 of All Stars, which you won. Take us inside your mind, like when you create a costume, like I forget what the challenge was, but it came out. It was a tight fitting with phones. With phones. It was about the internet, something to do with the internet.
The Net Gala.
The Net Gala,
yes,
thank you.
That was a designer I worked with, Chris Habana in New York, who actually designs for celebrities at the Met Gala. And so I wanted for that to have an elevated look. I really wanted to
You just called him up or you knew him?
I contacted him. No, I looked up who designs looks for the Met Gala, and he worked with Christina Aguilera and P. Diddy and some other really cool celebrities. So I thought, okay, well, this is a great guy to collaborate with to bring this next level look, and it was absolutely amazing, and it gagged the judges. Mama Ru, she was absolutely in awe, and it gagged the world, and I was so gagged. I was so excited. I loved that combination of technology and kind of that dark, edgy vibe with that bit of sexiness, and then that I kind of had this keyboard, weird sort of headset thing where I look kind of like an evil
cyborg,
cyborg super villain. I felt powerful. I felt awesome.
Let me ask you some basic questions. How do you pack that? Like, so in season 8 you won, so you showed all the looks that you prepared.
Yeah.
How do you pack that? I mean, how many suitcases do you have?
Well, luckily I found out the key is using hockey bags. They're the biggest bag that you can travel with on airlines, and so I just would use hockey bags. My partner Bree and I would line the hockey, very Canadian, you're right, would line the bags with cardboard boxes to stack all the wigs and to prepare everything. But essentially, I think I had somewhere between like 9 or 10 different hockey bags, and
9 or 10 different hockey bags.
12.
And who's helping you when you get like this? These are the basic questions I think about when I'm watching. You get to LA.
They can't. Nobody can help you with your bags. So I literally.
You have 9 or 10 hockey bags, and you're like, what, stacking them onto a wheelie?
Yeah, I stacked them onto a wheelie. I had to push them through that part where there's a part where there's 2 doors that close automatically.
Yeah.
I had to line up the bags all the way through the doors to hold them all open, and then I had to leapfrog the bags over a top of one another to clog the doors to keep them all open while everyone sat there and watched me.
We watch you, we don't know what you've gone through. We watch you, we don't know what you've gone through. Right. And are you given a brief before you come with some time to prepare, or is there much time to prepare at all? Here are all of the sort of looks you need to have ready.
Right.
And you've got, what, a month to do it?
Yeah, there isn't much time at all, and they do give you a little brief, but it's pretty much you're kind of bringing as much as you can with you to the competition. And most people that go on the show, they've kind of watched the show and they know what to expect. You're going to do an impersonation, you got to do an entrance look and an exit and those kinds of things. So you can prepare in that way, but a lot of it is on the fly. They're kind of going, okay, well, what's the challenge and what do I got in my closet and what can I make work?
When somebody like you has watched the show for seasons and therefore sort of gotten to figure out the tricks and tips that you want, when the show first started, there were a lot more cat fights.
Yeah.
Right? And then it got really mellow and chill, and I feel like the queens were producing themselves because they knew that if I want to build a social media following, I can't be a see you next Tuesday. Otherwise, I get and then Plain Jane came along last season. What do you make of that trajectory? Do you think we're going to go back into a world where people will let their inner nastiness out?
I think, it's fun. That was Plain Jane's first time on TV, and I'm sure that she has other feelings about how that came across and I'm sure, it's all fun and games when you're in the moment and you're being sassy and you're being crazy and you're kind of saying what you want. And being mean in some cases. And then kind of when you watch it back, it's difficult for someone that kind of went off at one point on the show myself. Watching it back, you go, ooh, I'm not necessarily in the best place at that moment, and it is really funny, but there is some repercussions because all of a sudden you have this fan base who's typically really very kind or supportive. All of a sudden they get really riled up and can turn quite negative, and that energy is very overwhelming.
I want to make it clear that Plain Jane did not bring the breastplate back, which is a sort of a credit that's been given to her for some reason. That is all on you. What is with you and breastplates?
Well, I love
and these are very modest.
Thank you.
These are lovely and modest.
I wanted something modest for radio. But I love transformation. I love costuming, and I love proportion. So drag is all about illusion and proportion, and being, a guy of my size, I need big breasts to help balance out my hips.
You need big breasts.
Yeah, and I'm a clown. We like things big.
I suppose I would need big breasts as well.
The bigger the better.
The bigger the better, oh my God.
With 2 microphones in them.
What is the mental health toll that is taken by contestants being on a show like Drag Race?
I think the mental health toll is different for everybody.
Sure.
It's whether or not you're a social person or a person that can really deal with a lot of people online, a lot of attention online. And you have to have tools within yourself to deal with that and to be able to shut off and turn off and focus on what's important.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah. So each time is different and each day is different. And I find that most of the time, just wait a few days. Just don't log on, just don't answer, just wait a few days, and there's always something that's come up the next day.
You're so grounded. So grounded.
Thank you.
I wonder what your next plans are after the tour, after all is said and done. Are you going to give away the crown on All Stars 9, which starts this week?
Yes, they're coming for my crown already.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Has it been a fast year?
It has flown by. Yeah. It has been, gearing up for the show coming out, then the run of the show, and then the tour following the show. It's all been a whirlwind, a dream come true, and the year has flown by. I can't believe it's already time to crown another one, and I can't wait. I'm going to hopefully be in New York for crowning. That's what I'm hoping. And what's next for me? I'm touring Australia with the show Jimbo's Drag Circus. I am hopefully headed to Asia.
Good for you.
Yeah, we're taking this around the world, baby. So hoping to take it to Asia and then Europe, UK.
It's Jimbo's world. We're just living in it. When they crown the winner, is it true that they tape, for example, if there's 2 left, like you and Kenny Muse, you winning, and then Kenny Muse winning, so that you don't know, nobody knows, there's no leaks?
That's
is that
right.
True?
Yeah, Mama Ru came out and she said she was laying there one day and she thought, how can I keep a surprise? Laying in bed, she said. She tells the story of how she thought of it. And she was laying there going, how do I keep this a surprise for people? How do we stop spoilers from getting out? And she said, okay, I'm going to film multiple endings. And so, yeah, that's what they do. They film multiple endings so that they're able to provide a surprise to the world.
So when you lost, quote unquote, how did you fake that?
When I lost.
And how does Candy fake?
Like, you mean in the moment when you're filming?
Yeah.
I think you go with what's actually happening for you in that moment.
Right.
I think that,
you believe it.
You really want it.
Even though you might have just shot your loss.
Right.
Now you're right.
Yeah, you want it. You want it so bad. It's your dream, and to be there in that moment and to be able to be in the finale is so exciting. So of course, you give it your all.
We do a series over the summer called Summer of Yes, where we encourage people to say yes to life the way you obviously have. Okay. And I wonder if you'd share some thoughts on the power of saying yes.
Well, I love saying yes. Saying yes is one of my favorite things. The thing I love about saying yes is it pushes you to do the thing you said yes to, and you always come out the other side having learned something, having grown in some way, and having made some connection that you didn't necessarily know you were going to make. And so there's so many times I've pushed myself through, or I push my partner, or I push other people. I said, we have to do this, we try to make this happen, and we come out the other side and we go, oh my God, look at what's come of this that we could never have anticipated.
You live in the now, don't you?
Yeah,
You're
I sure
very
do.
male-centered,
Yeah, kind
don't
of like
you?
a goldfish that way.
What do you say to people who want to be like you? There are people listening to this right now, future drag queens, kids maybe even listening to this, you know exactly who you are, and hang on your every word and think you're amazing. What do you say to them?
Well, I pass on my mom's advice, which is have the best time and others will join you. I love creating opportunities for myself and others to have fun, and I love finding joy and sharing joy. It's, you know, love is endless. It's in us to give, it's in us to create and share, and my mom's always taught me just be love, give love, and make room for love.
You are hit by a bus tomorrow. Your regrets are what?
My regrets are that that I didn't just spend all that money and to save it wisely. I should have just blown it on diamonds.
Did you really? Were you a good saver?
Yeah,
I bet you're rare in that way.
Yeah, well, drag is really expensive, and I tend to invest as much as I can back in. And certainly, Jimbo's Drag Circus, this show we put together, that costs so much money to put this together. But at the end of the day, I'm also saving. I'm trying to get myself a house one of these days.
Well done.
Some kind of funny farm.
Yes, yes, that's what it would be, wouldn't it? Tell us about the show. What can we expect? I know that you're bringing back some of your characters from Drag Race, like I want to say Little Orphan Annie, but it's not Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple.
Oh God, your Shirley Temple was just astonishing. I peed myself.
Oh, thank you. Oh, golly, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited for this show. It's a combination of all the things I love. I designed the set with my friend Marshall. I wrote the music with my friend Andrew, so it's an original track. You're invited into my twisted imagination, and then I perform 6 different characters, including my impersonation of Joan Rivers. I love doing Joan, and I love impersonating her. Oh, can we talk, Shaun? So, and I read the audience. It's so much fun. I make people laugh. I've got a really dirty sense of humor, just like Joan, and I go all kinds of horrible places and just, you know, make people laugh and shock them. It's so fun.
Where do we go to get tickets?
You can head to dragfans.com and get your tickets to see my show.
I wish you joy and many blessings, and thank you for all of the joy that you bring to so many people with your art. Jimbo, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you so much.
It's my pleasure. I loved it, and I wish you nothing but joy and blessings.
Thank you so much. That's it. That's all for another weekend. You can follow me at Shaun Proulx on Twitter, at Shaun Proulx Show, at Shaun Proulx Media Inc. on Instagram. And until next weekend, I wish you peace and I wish you love.
Yay!
Beautiful.